Guys, pay attention. This is probably the best video I've ever made, okay? So in the previous video, I explained to you how men and women have a completely different relationship with desire, all right? Men typically hate desiring things. The man wants and desires typically is a source of pain and suffering for him. This is the stage where the man feels his lowest. But for women, women love the desiring stage. This is the stage where women feel the lowest and the highest. There's no other stage in this process that women feel better in than the desiring stage. This is where she romanticizes her lack and romanticizes the things she can't have, the things that are being kept away from her. This is where she's allowed to yearn, want, wish, and crave. Okay, so this is where the woman has access to most of her emotions. She feels pretty much all of her emotions in the desiring stage. The woman's second favorite stage is the lacking stage, okay? This is where the woman will romanticize the things she lacks. Men typically do not romanticize the things they lack. The things that they lack, it just brings them pain. In the previous video, I explained how men who are very good with women know how to keep women in this stage for as long as possible without breaking her. So this stage is where you are able to provide women with a long and romantic journey to commitment. This stage is where you are able to provide women with a compelling and seductive narrative. The woman has to have a good time desiring things, going through the ups and lows of desiring you for as long as possible. If you are unable to provide women with a long, seductive, and compelling journey to commitment, then she will develop post-commitment clarity, okay, to where she will be ungrateful of the outcome because she was unable to spend enough time here. This stage is where she feels all of her emotions. This stage is where she feels all of her emotions. This stage, she does not feel any of her emotions. I'll get to this in a moment. This stage, she does not feel any of her emotions, guys. For men, this is the man's favorite stage. For women, this is the woman's favorite stage, okay? The man hates this stage. The woman hates this stage. The man hates this stage because this is where the man feels all of his emotions. The woman loves this stage because this is the stage where the woman feels all of her emotions. The man loves this stage because this is the stage where the man does not feel all of his emotions. He will be validated. Being validated is a state where you don't feel. The man is designed to feel good when he's not feeling his weak and low emotions. This is the woman's worst stage because this is the stage where she is validated and she does not feel any of her emotions. The woman is not designed to operate well in the validated state to where she's not feeling. Okay? This is the reason why women love dating. This is the reason why women love dating. The issue with men and this stage is that in order to have this stage, the man must be able to have this stage. There is a severe shortage of men who are able to even operate in this stage. And this is the reason why there is a severe shortage of high value men. The reason why there is a severe shortage of men being able to operate in this stage is because society and feminism have created a moral indignation towards men who display this stage. This is the stage that the feminists are trying to eliminate from men. So, what do you mean by that? This is the stage that is considered toxic masculinity, when in truth it is just masculinity. Men who have high levels of testosterone will exhibit these behaviors naturally. So this is going to be your arrogance. This is going to be your non-conformity, your ability to say no, your ability to not people please, your ability to walk away from situations that are no longer providing you with value, your ability to set strong boundaries, your ability to separate from the herd and use the herd rather than actually being a part of it. Okay, so This is also your propensity for violence, your capability of violence, your ability of violence. And this is also going to be your aggression. Okay? These are all things that women are very attracted to, but very scared of. These things make women very insecure, and it also makes low value men, the men who are stuck in this stage and this stage. So the feminists and the low value women are all working towards destroying these behaviors within men. Okay? When men exhibit these behaviors, it makes everybody scared because it is very self-serving. However, in order for a man to achieve the outcomes he wants, he has to exhibit these behaviors. That is life. In order for you to achieve your goals, your aggression and your ability to not care about what others think is what's going to make your business boom, is what's going to make you attract women, is what's going to make you demand respect from men, is what's going to make you live a life that you want to live. Men who exhibit these behaviors, these are going to be men who think for themselves. This is self-directed behavior. Okay, this is also the reason why. So studies have shown that men with high levels of testosterone and low levels of IQ have the most success with women. And why is that? Well, let me go through this really quickly so I can explain it to you. The lacking stage, life is hard. So as a human being, you're going to always lack. And there's all different types of lack. You have your daily lacks like hunger and thirst. And then you have other types of lack. Loads of different types of lack. So what happens is that you feel a lack, you feel that you are missing something, you are without, right? I feel incomplete because I am missing something, right? And that lack will create a desire. Okay, this is the feeling, the wanting, the yearning, the craving, the missing. This is the highs and the lows. Well, for women, it's a high and a low, but for men, it's just a low to kind of feel, to negatively ruminate about the things you don't have and how that makes you insecure and how that disempowers you. This is going to be a stage where you're going to be comparing yourself to other people. You might feel jealousy, you might feel envy, you might feel hatred, you might feel sorry for yourself here, right? It's a whole host of emotions. Now, this is the thing. This stage is actually supposed, for men, this stage is supposed to be the stage you spend the least amount of time here. Your sentience, your brain, your intellect, your mind is designed to strategize a course of behaviors. It is not designed to negatively ruminate and feel sorry for yourself for months. You have a lack, you set a course of action, you act and behave, so you stop thinking and you start doing. You stop thinking and feeling sorry for yourself and you start doing. This is disciplines, behaviors. Okay, this is where you actually slay the dragons. This is where you come up with a course of action of how I'm going to chop this dragon's head off. And this is actually you doing it. You doing it. Okay? And the men who spend the majority of their time here are the men who are going to be considered high value. And so this is going to be the men who are considered confident. This is going to be the men who are considered secure. These are going to be the men who have the masculine edge and spirit all women are looking for and all men look up towards. This is going to affect your aura. Now, guys, you need to understand. Nature communicates your values to people, not you. Nature. All of your attempts to communicate how valuable you are to people are missed. People at the end of the day are going to read your unconscious body language. If you're a man and you're stuck in the lacking stage, this is going to be projected to everyone around you in the form of projections and compulsive behavior. You can't hide your lacks. If you're a man and you're stuck in a desiring state, this is going to be projected to everyone around you in the form of projections and compulsive behavior. You can't hide your desires because your desires expose your lack. Nature does not want low-value men to procreate. If you are stuck in these stages, nature does not want another one of you to be stuck in these stages. So it will communicate to everybody just how unattractive you are, so women don't procreate with you. Okay, but if you are displaying the right behaviors and nature likes you, then it will communicate to everybody just how attractive you are. Okay, and it will communicate to the unconscious of others. So this is going to be men, as I said, men who are non-conformist, men who think for themselves, men who doesn't feel the need to please others, and then men who are open with their dark side, men who have people seeking his validation. He doesn't seek the validation of others because he doesn't care about others like that. Okay? That's going to be projected to everybody around you. And you're going to be seen as attractive. Now, let me move on to the next point. The reason why you can use this mental model to explain women's attractions. All right? So women are attracted to men with outcomes and men who display the right behaviors. Quite straightforward, right? The outcomes. Basically, if you have this is the external things you can see. It's obvious here if you've got outcomes. If you're rich, if you're very attractive, if you're built well in the gym, if you have a lot of options, if you have 7 women chasing you for your attention, it's assumed you have the right behaviors. So, you're definitely not here. It's assumed you're not here, and it's assumed you're not here. So it's assumed you're high value, and you will be considered attractive to people. Women will like you, men will like you, right? But if you don't have the outcomes and you have the behaviors, then it's assumed that one day you will have the outcomes. So that's how you'll be considered high value, right? The men who are stuck here. So for women do not need to have the right behaviors for them to be considered valuable. Because women are beautiful and women have the ability to be mothers, women have inherent value, and they'll always have inherent value. Even their voices are nice. Do you know what I mean? So they don't really need to have the right behaviors and disciplines. In fact, we specifically raise women in fantasy-wrapped bubbles to protect them from reality. So we hide women away from the very things that will even make them develop the right behaviors. But because we hide women away from reality and we hide women away from the dragons that are supposed to be slayed, because if you slay your dragons, you level up, you transform as a person, you develop the right behaviors. Because we protect women and we keep them away from reality, they don't have a chance in developing these. And because they can't develop these, guys. It's really deep, right? Our protection of women, we raise women and we keep them stuck here. Like everything we do, the entitlements, the delusions, everything we do is to keep women stuck here because we are aware that women who are exposed to too much reality, they develop PTSDs and traumas. And a woman who is traumatized and unhappy is going to be a woman who is unable to be a good mother. So we sacrifice the woman's we take away the woman's opportunity to create and cultivate the right disciplines and behaviors, so we can keep them sensitive and so we can keep them happy. Okay, so how things are supposed to go is that you need to understand, guys, all of the women you're going to meet are going to be here. You're not going to meet women here. The only women who are going to be here are going to be your girlfriends or your wives, right? So this is how it works, okay? The woman is going to be here. So in terms of behaviors and discipline, she's going to be low value. Okay, but she's only attracted to guys who are not like her. She's attracted to guys who are not lacking and not pleasure driven. If you are stuck in a desire phase, you're going to be pleasure driven. This is the reason why women are pleasure driven creatures. If a woman is not a mother, if a woman is not looking after a man, if a woman doesn't have a sense of duty and responsibilities, things that she's accountable for, responsible for. She's going to be a pleasure-driven demon. She's going to be taking drugs. She's going to be addicted to attention, validation. She's going to be a serial dater, going on hundreds of dates. She's going to want to travel the world and see new experiences. She's just going to live life for pleasure. She's going to avoid everything hard. She's going to avoid the dragons to slay. She's going to avoid everything difficult in life. She's going to blame everything on others. She's going to avoid the truth. She's going to practice all of the wrong things. This is also the reason why women, as they age, they drop value as well, because they lean more and more into pathology and trauma. But anyway, so she's not going to be attracted to people who is like her, because another low value person in terms of behaviors can't do nothing for us. This is the reason why women don't even, this is why women can be attracted to women, but women don't date women, don't actually want relationships with women. The dependent women with bad behaviors, they are attracted to the independent man with good behaviors or the outcomes. So what's going to happen is that she's going to be attracted to men who display either this or this. Okay, if the woman is beautiful, then the men are going to want her for sex. She's going to want to establish a relationship with the dependent woman is going to want to establish a relationship with the independent man. She is going to challenge this man. And this man, if he is who he says he is going to absolutely destroy her, right? Challenger defeated. Okay? And then in that process, the reason why women are supposed to have a long period of desiring things is because the woman with horrible behaviors and disciplines is not supposed to get that. She has to repent for her sins. She has to transform and level up as a person. And she only transforms and levels up as a person when she's trying to challenge and take down the high value man, and she can't win that fight, guys. So that will force her to pursue the high value man. That will make the high value man very attractive in her eyes. She will pursue him, and then she will do what's necessary to change. Only when the woman displays, when the woman is in a relationship with the high value man, she's going to be going back and forth between here. She's going to continuously come up with new courses of actions for the outcome she wants, but it's going to fail, because all of her courses of her actions are going to be insincere. So she's going to continuously be doing desiring, coming up with plans of actions and acting on it and failing. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until suddenly she's going to get better, and nearly get here. And then, guys, it's going to be up to you whether you actually give this to her, or you set her back to here, or you set her back to here. Because honestly, a lot of women will just develop post-commitment clarity. Like in one of my previous videos, I basically explained, who was it? Oscar Wilde, a famous Irish playwright. He basically explained how there are only two real tragedies in life. So there are only two real tragedies in life, right? And that is never getting what you always wanted, or getting exactly what you always wanted. Does that make sense? Right? So for the people who desire, the low value, this is for the men as well. People who are stuck in a desiring stage in life, they will lead a miserable life because they never get what they want. Right? Or they might actually get what they want. That is equally as miserable, because it will actually, once you get what you want and it doesn't cure you and make you feel complete and euphoric, it's miserable, right? That's when you actually admit you are a miserable person, if that makes sense anyway. So yeah, I'm getting distracted. That's basically the point of this video, guys. I'm basically trying to show you what is actually low value and what is actually high value. The reason why women can be a certain type of way, but yet completely demand a completely different type of way from you, is because they're beautiful and they could be mothers. So they're allowed to display these characteristics. and your value in a man is only here. Well, if you're stuck here, if you're a man or a woman and you're stuck here, as I said, all single women are stuck here. The only women who aren't stuck here and here, these are kept women, girlfriends or wives of high value men, and the high value men actually train and raise the women into emotionally intelligent women who can emotionally regulate themselves, women with a healthy ego. You know, it's actually men who bring these sides out of a woman, honestly. And if you've ever, when you and your girlfriend break up, what's the first thing your girlfriend's gonna go and do? She's gonna go back out and be single, right? So she's gonna go straight back into the desiring stage. When you break up with your girlfriend, she always goes straight back to here. She could be here with you, but when you break up with her, she'll always descend back to here. Always, always. Her friends, her family are continuously trying to get her to come back to here. I don't know why, maybe because her friends and family want her to be low value, who knows? But if you break up with your girlfriend, she's gonna go back to here. All she's gonna do is try to sleep with other men, right? But if she's with you, she's a kept woman, and you're both moving towards your mission, your higher calling, then she's gonna be experiencing these, okay? And that's gonna be a higher value woman. You know, 9 times out of 10, this is the reason why guys like to take other men's women, because they're the best women, right? The single women are the worst women. The women with no duty, responsibility or anything like that. They're always going to descend back to here. So you can separate low value and high value people based on, a low value person is going to be pleasure driven, and they're going to be pleasure driven because they are seeking comfort for their failures, trying to distract themselves. These are people who develop into soulless individuals, people who lead meaningless lives. These people seek meaning and fulfillment in pleasure because they are unable to seek meaning and fulfillment in the right ways. All right? And high value people are going to be purpose driven. These people seek meaning and fulfillment in the right ways. Right? A higher calling, God's calling. These people are concerned and obsessed with overcoming suffering. They get all of their good feelings from overcoming hardship. They know that everything good in life comes from slaying dragons and overcoming suffering. They know when you overcome pain and suffering, you are more competent, you're more happier, you have a greater capacity for joy, a greater capacity of love, a greater capacity to give and to be generous, and you appreciate, and a greater capacity of gratitude. That's what high value people know. And when I was saying high testosterone, low IQ men do the best in the world, they do. They lead the best lives, guys. High IQ is quite overrated. They lead the best lives because they are behaving and enjoying the outcomes. Less thinking, less intellectualizing their fears, more just behaving and acting, right? Less thinking, less intellectualizing their fears and why they shouldn't do things, and more reasons to feel sorry, and more reasons. The more thinking you do, the less you are acting. So the more thinking, the less courageous and brave you are, because courage and bravery really comes from a decision to stop thinking and to just start acting. All right, so those are some of the differences. Is there anything else I'm missing? Anything else I'm missing? I don't think so, guys. Thank you. Like and follow. Please support the channel. All of this free content. Click the link. Go into my bio. Send me your coffee if you are happy with the free value I'm giving you guys. This is profound stuff, guys. This is not regurgitated anywhere online. This is all original content. It's all original content, guys. Okay, so yeah, please, if you are happy with the value that I'm providing for you, if you're feeling you're deriving any value from me or the channel, then support me. It's only fair. On the strength of justice, that's what you will do. Sign up for the one-on-one coach. I'm a bit busy at the moment, but just sign up anyway. And then we'll arrange a time that's convenient for both of us. If your situation is immediate and urgent and you need like a perspective, if you need game, if you need theoretical help or practical help, whatever it is you need, then let me know that it's urgent, and then we'll work something out. Anyway, guys, thank you. See you on the next one.